So in any triangle ABC, we know that the sum of three angles should be equal to 180 degree. A is given, B also given, C you have to find. You can add two angles, that you know already. So it is first seconds 5, 20, 25, 55, not more than 60. So add as it is 100. Plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Now angle C equal to 180 minus this 100 degree, 55 minute, 25 seconds. This can be done separately if you want. 180 degree, 0 minute, 0 seconds. 100 degree, 55 minutes. Subtraction. Do it separately so that there will be no confusion. Here we cannot subtract, bring 1 minute to the seconds column. 60 minus 25, 35. Here, remember, here also there is no minute. So you have taken 1 degree to the minute column. Here only 179 remains. That 1 degree becomes here 60. From that 60 I have taken 1. So here 59 is still there. Again 60, 0 minus 25 cannot be done. So in order to subtract, you bring 1 minute from here so that it becomes 60. But here already it is 0. How can you bring 1 minute from that? That minute is taken from the degree column. So 180 degree, it is 179. 1 degree is taken here, so it becomes 60. From that 60, 1 is taken here. So 59. 59 minus this is 4. 9, 7. Therefore, third angle C is 79 degree, 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Observe it clearly, carefully. Right? In any triangle, if two angles are given, you can find the third angle. The idea you have to use is addition and subtraction of the angles. Addition and subtraction of the angles. 59, 4, correct. 79, yes. Problem number 6. The difference between two acute angles in a right angled triangle is 18 degree. Find all the three angles in degrees. degree, the difference between two acute angles in a right angled triangle is 18 degree. Let me change it because 18 degree is the high school problem. 18 degree, 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Now it's okay. Degree, minute, second should be there, no? Difference between two acute angles in a right angled triangle is this. Find all the three angles in degrees. Right angled triangle should be taken. Okay. A, B, C. In a right angled triangle, no doubt B is 90 degree. Let triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Angle B is 90 degree. Then the difference between two acute angles, see, A minus C is given 18 degree, 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Difference between two acute angles is given. Two acute angles are A and C. A minus C is given. Find all the three angles in degrees. How to do that? One is already over 90 degrees. What about A and C? Now, this is a first equation, you call it as first equation. We know that, let me write. What we know? What about the sum of A and C? Since it is right angled triangle, one is already 90. So, sum of A and C should be, no doubt it is 90 degree. Tell me whether it is clear. In a triangle, sum of all the three angles 180. Already B is 90. So, sum of A and C should be equal to 90 degree. Solve these two equations. Let me write once again. A plus C, 90 degree, 0 minute, 0 seconds. A minus C, 18 degree, 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Let me add these two equations. Adding means plus C minus C cancels. A plus A is 2A. Addition, you know that 20, 10, adding 108. Correct, no? 20, 10, 108. 2A equal to this. So A is obtained. See, 10 minutes, 20 seconds divided by 2. Or the answer is 54 degree, 108 by 2, 54, 10 by 2, 5 minutes, 20 by 2, 10 seconds. So it is 54 degree, 5 minutes, 10 seconds. All the three angles, not over, B over, A over. What about C now? C, let me calculate. It is same thing, see. You have done here. After knowing A and B, how can you find the value of C? Just by adding those to A and B, subtract it from 180, that's all. Or you can do one more method. Put the value of A in any one of the equations, either here or here. That can also be done. So, put A equal to 54 degree, 5 minutes, 10 seconds in any one of the equation. Let me take one. Equation number 1. A 54 degree, 5 minutes, 10 seconds minus C equal to A minus C equal to 18, 10, 20. Or C equal to 54 degree, 5 minutes, 10 seconds minus C. When it's taken here, it becomes plus C. This should be taken to the left hand side. Minus 18 degree, 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Subtracting this particular angle from 54, you get C. Subtraction, 10 minus cannot be done. 70, bring 1 here. 70 minus 20, 50. Here only 4 remains. Bring 1 here. 64, 54. 64 minus 10, 54. Here 53 remains. 3 minus 8, 5. 4 minus 1, 3. Therefore, three angles are A, angle A, 54, 5, 10. 54, 5, 10. B, 90 degree. C, now it is obtained, 35, 54, 50. Using addition and subtraction of the angle, both the problems can be solved. Right? Addition and subtraction. Three angles of the triangle are these. Over, no? Next, problem number 6. Convert see, very interesting problem. In certain machines, they have written the speed of the wheel there, 540 RPM. You might have seen this particular word, 540 RPM, 1000 RPM, 2000 RPM. What is the meaning of that? Rotations per minute, revolutions per minute. In 1 minute, particular wheel rotates 540 times. Rotation means nothing but angle, no? So you must give the same speed in terms of radian per second. Question is to convert the same speed into radian per second. See, same speed is given in a different unit means particular person is walking 2 kilometer per minute. Just imagine. 2 kilometer per minute. Or this can be written as, how can you write the same unit in terms of per hour, changing the unit? But speed should be the same. 2 into minute to hour 60, 120 kilometer per hour. See? Actually, these two speeds are same. If he moves 2 kilometer in a minute, he must move 120 kilometer in 1 hour. Sure. Same speed is written, but unit is different. 2 kilometer per minute, 120 kilometer per hour. If you divide this by 60, you can get kilometer per second. That's it. Here also say, similarly, you must convert the given speed into radian per second. Okay, let me start with this. 540 RPM. First, 540 rotation is converted into radian. See? Radian per minute. Rotation or revolution per minute. RPM means revolution per minute. Now first step is convert number of revolution into radian. See, 1 revolution equal to 2 pi radian. That you know. 1 full rotation means 2 pi radian. 540 revolution means how much? It is 540 into 2 pi divided by 1 or 0. Pi. So let me write this one as 1080 pi radian per minute. One thing is over. Rotation or revolution is converted into radian. That's one over. But we need radian per second. Here it is radian per minute. From per minute to per second, how to convert? It is 1080 pi divided by 60 radian per second it becomes. In 1 minute or in 60 seconds, this is the revolution. In 60, what is the value in 1 second? 60 second, this one. in 1 second, divide it by 60, that's all. Final answer will be 648 pi radian per second over. Same speed is written in terms of radian per second. Wheel makes 18 pi radian per second or 540 rpm, revolution per minute. Let me take one more example, 7th one. 420 rpm. Don't consider the number 420. Just convert it, that one. Convert that particular number into radian per second. 420 into 2 pi radian per minute. Still, rotation revolution is converted into radian over. 420 into 2 pi divided by 60 radian per second. Our final answer is 14 pi radian per second. So 420 rpm equal to 14 pi radian per second. Next, formula. Relation between arc length L, radius R, and the angle subtended. At the center, theta radians is. Another formula, it is the relation between arc length L, radius R, and the angle subtended theta. Just consider the circle. Radius of the given R. Here, arc length is given L, angle subtended is given theta radians. Question is, what is the relation between L, R and theta? What is the relation? Now remember, as you increase the arc length, angle also increases. As you increase the arc length here, angle also increases. So I can say that arc length and angle are proportional, directly proportional. Let me consider one more sector if you want. See like this. So arc length will be this, subtended angle will be this. You can observe that as arc length increases, angle also increases. So they are proportional. Then, if there are two arc lengths, don't write, just see here. L, R, theta. One more. This is capital L. Angle is alpha. As arc length increases from small l to capital L, angle increases from theta to alpha. So I can say that they are proportional, means like this. L divided by capital L. Theta divided by alpha. It should be. They are in the same ratio. Arc length and angle are proportional. Right? Therefore, let me do one thing here. One more sector let me consider. Arc length R itself, let me consider two arc lengths. One is radius R angle 1 because arc length radius equal. This one will be L. Okay? L. Arc length. And angle subtended by that one is theta. According to previous idea, what he told, they are proportional means R divided by angle subtended. R divided by L equal to arc length ratio. R divided by L equal to 1 divided by theta. Still, I think it is not clear. In a circle, as you increase the arc length, as you increase the arc length, if the radius is 5, arc length also 5, 1 radian. If this one is 10, angle is 2 radian. Just as you increase the arc length, angle also increases proportionally. That means 5 divided by arc length of the first sector divided by 10 should be equal to angle 1 divided by next angle 2. It should be 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2. Proportional. Constant. So arc length and angle are proportional. That one what I have written here. R divided by arc length. Bigger arc L equal to 1 divided by theta. So let me write that. In any circle, arc length and angle subtended are proportional. Therefore, let me give full name here. B, C. Proportional means arc AB divided by arc AC should be equal to angle AOB divided by angle AOC. They are proportional means ratio between the arc length should be equal to ratio between the angles. Arc AB is actually I have given R. AB is R. Arc AC is L I have taken. Any arc length L. Angle subtended is 1 by the arc R is 1. If the radius and arc length equal, it is always 1 divided by theta. Now bring this theta to the left hand side, this one to the right hand side. 1 into L, or L equal to R theta is the formula or the relation between arc length, radius and angle. We can do one example. First problem. Find the arc length of the sector of radius 10 centimeters and angle subtended 2 radians. Direct question. Find the arc length of the sector of radius 10 centimeter, angle subtended to 2 radians. Relation between arc length, radius, angle. Given any two quantity, you can find the third one. Knowing R and theta, you can find L. Knowing L and R, you can find theta. Knowing L and theta, you can find R. So, here given arc length, given radius, R equal to 10 centimeter. Angle theta equal to 2 radians. Arc length L equal to question mark. Let me calculate here. L equal to r theta is the formula. Radius is 10. Angle is 2. Answer is 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters. Relation between arc length, radius and angle. But remember, this theta should be in a radian only. If it is given in a degree, convert that one into radian, then apply the formula. Or let me give one more example with that one. Find the arc length of the sector. Find arc length of the sector having radius 5 centimeter and angle 30 degrees. See, it is given in degree. Anyway, given radius r equal to 5 centimeter, angle theta, remember it is in degree. You cannot apply the formula if it is given in a degree. It should be converted into radian. Let me do that one first. Pi radian equal to 180 degree. 30 degree equal to how much? Pi into 30 divided by 180 or pi by 6 radian. So 30 degree or pi by 6 radian are one and the same. Now apply the formula. L equal to r theta. L is, or radius is 5 into theta is pi by 6. Final answer is 5 pi by 6 centimeters. Or if you want the number only, put the value of pi, 3.14 divided by 6. By 6. Arc length of the sector is 5 pi by 6 centimeter or 2.63 centimeter. Just write homework. Find radius of the sector in the following cases. First one, L equal to 24 centimeters, theta equal to 60 degree. Second one, L equal to 18 centimeters, theta equal to 1.5 radian. Try to work out the problem, homework. So, let us see some more examples and one more formula, relation between area of the sector